on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining me tonight, Sushil Pandit, activist, Mohandas Pai, chairman of Aryan Capitals, Professor Atikur Rahman, political analyst, Saida Falak, member of the AIMIM, Tehseen Poonawalla, political analyst, Majid Haidri, political analyst. But my first question goes to Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author, joining me on the Newshour tonight. Anand Ranganathan, just 3 days ago, when these raids took place, you lamented, why has it taken the government so long? I think the government was watching this and they heard you, and today the ban came in at 5:45 a.m. early morning with sunrise. Today, when the ban comes in, many are questioning, why not the RSS? Why is it so important to make such a binary between the RSS and the PFI?
Good evening, Navika, and good evening to my fellow panelists. I don't think they heard me. I think they heard you. But in any case, I think it's a fantastic decision by the government. I congratulate it. And I think all the panelists, my fellow panelists, would congratulate the government, because this was in the offing for years. This should have happened years ago. In fact, possibly in the first term. But now that it has happened, I think it's a good thing. Before I come to the couple of points that I need to make, I need to ask my very good friend Tehseen, maybe preempt what he's going to say by posing a very simple question, Navika, if I may. Can I please, with your permission?
Please go ahead. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you. What worries me now, Navika, is that in 2001, when the BJP, through Mr. Vajpayee, banned the father organization of PFI, which was SIMI, when Vajpayee banned SIMI, the Congress leader defended SIMI in court, wanted the ban to be overturned. Tehseen knows it. So my only question to him is, now that the NDA 3 through Mr. Modi has banned PFI, would the Congress, through its Congress leader, fight and try and get the ban on PFI overturned? That is the question, simple question to Tehseen. Tehseen, would any Congress leader fight in the courts of India to overturn this ban on PFI?
That because Siddaramaiah has in any case taken away all the cases of the PFI in Karnataka in 2018. 1,600 people let off. Do you think legal this time around will help?
All right. So I'll answer both those points. First, I'll answer your point. Siddaramaiah, the cases were withdrawn against PFI because they were filed so badly by the erstwhile BJP government, and the proof of it is, when the Congress lost power, till now the BJP did not refile those cases, Anand, and the current Home Minister of Karnataka is on record saying we don't want to ban PFI. Of course, the central government's done that now. Kudos and congratulations to them. We've all been asking them to do this for the last 8 years, and in my opinion, PFI is a wing of the BJP helping polarize this country so that the BJP gains in elections, just like OAC and his here polarizes the country. But Anand, to your specific question, if I can come to
first answer the question that he asked.
Anand's question I'm answering.
Yeah,
I am. So the specific question that he's asked. Anand, just for your record, it was Sri Digvijay Singh who first banned SIMI. First, Madhya Pradesh was the first state to ban it, and Congress made sure it's banned again in 2006 in front of the Chief Justice of India, K.G. Balakrishnan, and that ban was upheld after that, and now it's just every 5 years the ban has to just keep continuing on SIMI, which was again done, I think, 2019 or 2020. So it was Congress that banned SIMI, just for your knowledge.
I have always considered you as one of the very few forthright people who are very morally upright. So Tehseen, it's a simple question to you. Do you or do you not condemn Salman Khurshid fighting for the ban on SIMI to be overturned? Simple question.
I think, for my opinion, I'm very clear that what a lawyer does in court, for example, I don't want to name personal BJP lawyers who stood up for people who created frauds in this country, doesn't mean they were involved in the frauds because they were lawyers. What a lawyer does in the court is different from what he does politically. However, I'm going to say this on record, that no one should defend the PFI, because the unpopular front of India, PFI, unpopular front of India, does not represent India, does not represent Indians, does not represent Hindus or Muslims. It is an organization that's created riots, terror in our country, and not only should it be banned, anyone defending this organization should also be seen with a suspect eye. That is how clear I'm about this organization. It chops off people's hands. It's a fundamentalist organization. It has no space in our country. I am extremely clear about it.
Then why do Congress leaders by the dozens support it?
No Congress leader supports it.
Jairam Ramesh was there, Tariq Anwar was there. There are other Congress leaders who have supported it, and Lalu Prasad Yadav says ban the RSS
is not in Congress, but
भाई तुम तो उसके टेंट में हो बिहार में, तुम तो बिहार में उसके टेंट में बैठे हुए हो ना, तो तुम्हारा अलायंस पार्टनर है ना.
मैं तो कांग्रेस में नहीं हूँ, बट हाँ मैं एक राजनीतिक विश्लेषक हूँ. But yes, I support the Congress, and I'll tell you two things. As so far as the Congress is concerned, Jairam Ramesh has just tweeted it also. The Congress is not associated with the PFI. It has demanded a ban. It's as that the ban should be even more severe and should always be kept.
That sounds
the Congress is extremely clear on this
position. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, that sounds
no if, no but.
That sounds so.
The BJP is associated with the PFI.
भाई BJP के साथ PFI भी है, असदुद्दीन ओवैसी है, तुम्हारे साथ तो तुम्हारे अशोक गहलोत भी नहीं है.
अरे तो ठीक है ना, हार रहे चुनाव. Anand, answer one question. Anand, because you posed the question, allow me to ask you a question. The PFI created 2 riots in Delhi, says the Home Ministry of India, Amit Shah ji. So either Amit Shah is a very incompetent Home Minister or the BJP is involved. Once is a mistake. How can twice happen? Please answer that.
No, there is not for me to answering. I've already said I've held Mr. Amit Shah culpable for not acting on time for, just the day before or during that time of the Delhi riots. I've held him culpable also for the CAA. The illegal blockade was not removed. So please, Tehseen, you know me and my antecedents.
So I'm just saying,
let him make his point and let's go to the other panelists as well. Allow him to complete his point. Yes.
Yes, as I was saying, Tehseen, Congress, unfortunately, you're trying to mollycoddle this, but it has a history of defending terror organizations.
Like?
It has a history of saying, Simi.
Like?
Simi.
No, it's not. It banned it. Digvijay Singh was the first to ban it. You must fact check me, Anand. It's untrue. Congress leaders are the only ones who sacrificed their life for this country in independent India.
Tehseen, you also know that every 5 years it is a rolling ban, and when you say that Congress banned in 2006, it was because Simi was banned in 2001. But what you do not disclose
upheld by the Supreme Court.
This is not just a face-off between Anand Ranganathan and Tehseen Poonawalla. I will have to get in my other panelists, and I want to ask Mr. Mohandas Pai. Mr. Mohandas Pai, quibbling about whether the Congress banned it in Madhya Pradesh by Digvijay Singh or in Jharkhand, the fact is that these bans did not stay for very long. And in the end, the congressmen stood there and defended them in the court as well. So tonight, when the question is asked of the Congress, why are you equating the RSS to the PFI? All they want to say is, oh, you've taken so long to do this. Nobody is talking about the fact that the SDPI, 47 candidates of the SDPI, withdrew their candidates because they wanted the Congress candidate to win from there. Now, is that not an understanding? Is that not an alliance? And today they are trying to be more holier than thou?
Navika, Congress seems to be bent on creating political harakiri in their journey forward for the last many years. The great majority of people of this country believe that PFI is a terrorist organization, has killed people like Tehseen so eloquently told us, and they should be banned because we don't want any of these organizations to run riot in this country. But there are elements in the Congress who play communal politics that have been doing it for very long, and they hope by playing this communal politics, they will come back to power. What they forget is the overwhelming majority of the people of this country are not with them, and they should make sure that they reflect the sentiment of the overwhelming majority who are against the PFI for whatever they have done. We have seen so many TV images, we have seen so many killings, we've seen so many cases against them. Hopefully the reason will come. Now they're all motivated by the hate for Prime Minister Modi and RSS and all that, and they go on, talking about them in a very oblique way. I wish they collect some evidence and go before the court or somebody to say ban these people, instead of coming on TV. They believe by saying ban RSS, ban this, ban that, ban this, they'll be able to get votes of a small section of people who on communal grounds, but they're missing the bus. I think the way to do it is very clear. you must collect evidence against organizations, go with the evidence to the courts or the government, and then do what you want. By making these loose comments, they're only creating political harakiri. And today, Tehseen has made a wonderful comment. I must compliment him for being very honest, very forthright, standing up for India, standing up for the Constitution, standing up for the future of this country. I'm very happy to see what he has done, because a man of principles who's going against some of his own party members who believe that they should play communal politics is somebody who's got a great future.
Absolutely. And when the evidence has been collected painstakingly, you've seen the Middle East link, and all these executives in the committee, district executive committees that have been made in the Middle East have targets on fund collection, and these fund collections come through various people who either send money through NRE accounts, and that's the way it's laundered and sent into the PFI. There is also, and I'm holding in my hand secret files of the PFI, where it is clearly stated that crores of money came into the bank accounts of PFI during the CAA protests. And Atikur Rahman, 60 crores comes in, 30 crores in cash comes in. And when the people who were making these cash deposits were questioned, they were poor carpenters, electricians, tailors, people who did a job as a mason, whose bank accounts were used to funnel this money, and lots of it came in cash, and it was used to spread violence during those days of the Shaheen Bagh leading to the riots in Delhi. Atikur Rahman, today if the government has banned the PFI, would you want to congratulate it? Because this is not about any organization, this is about those who are doing and carrying an anti-India agenda. So would you congratulate
Navika, 5 seconds. Can I just take 5 seconds?
1 minute.
Mr.
I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you, Anand Ranganathan. Atikur Rahman.
Well, Navika ji, I am least concerned with the money affairs and the laundering that could be taken care of by our security agencies. What I am concerned with is, as a researcher on Islamic studies, that an organization working in India since years have been, dragged into the controversy of making an Islamic state in India. By the year, by its Vision 2047 document. So this intrigues me, how an organization was functioning in India and moving towards making India, my beautiful nation, a Islamic state, because we have seen the Pakistan, what a position it is having in the eyes of the world. Ziaul Haq declaring it in the 1980s, making a theocratic state. So this is this thing. And I read that vision document of 2047. Nowhere it is mentioned that PFI was making India Islamic State. But however, I came across a document which was into making India a Hindu Rashtra. And this document is of 1925 RSS document. Sincere together every day, every evening on your channels, RSS Pracharaks and BJP spokespersons do say that either India is a Hindu Rashtra, or the RSS just a month back said that by this date India will be becoming a Hindu Rashtra. So this particular organization which is making India into a Hindu Rashtra is not banned, but PFI, which is not having anything like a Islamic state, is banned. This intrigues me,
and
this is a violation of the Constitution.
You because
this is a violation of the fundamental right.
He relies on a document from
right
1925. 1925 document in 2022, just 3 years short of a century. Matlab 100 saal purana document he is relying on. Anand Ranganathan.
Not only that, Navika,
BJP and
it's been a
spokesperson do claim.
Mr. Rahman, not only that, Mr. Rahman is also wrong on the fact that he says nowhere I read the PFI document Vision 2047 and it mentioned about Islamic State. The tagline of the document itself, and I have it on record, is towards Islamic rule in India by 2047. If 10% of Indian Muslims start following PFI, we will achieve this because Hindus are cowards. It goes step by step. But in any case, can I please ask Mr. Rahman to see this photograph and condemn without whataboutery, condemn what he sees in the photograph, which is the Vice President of India felicitating the PFI chief. Does he have the guts to condemn this? Because he's never done so.
Atikur Rahman, respond.
The last president of India, along with his wife, was not allowed to enter a temple. Will you condemn that?
I said without whataboutery.
Under the guise of the RSS-led government in India, the president of India, along with his wife, not allowed to enter a temple. Will you condemn it?
That is fake news, by the way. Navika, that is fake news, Mr. Rahman, and you did not answer my question.
No, it was not fake news. It was reported in the Times of India, the sister concern of the channel you are sitting on.
So, Times of India cannot have fake news? Is that what you're saying? Besides,
okay,
Navika,
then
I
oblige.
asked a very simple question.
Navika ji, the Times Group.
Well, if you make
fake news.
my research team is checking out the claim made by Mr. Rahman and the one made by Dr. Anand Ranganathan, and we'll come back to you. A fact check is always good to do before we spread any of these canards.
But he didn't, on the record, he didn't answer the question.
But you didn't answer the question Anand Ranganathan asked you.
Even you didn't answer my question.
Well, Atikur Rahman, you're a forthright man. A simple question was asked by Dr. Anand Ranganathan, and that was, should the Vice President of India be honoring a PFI chief? Yes or no?
Navika, can I say something, please?
Yes, Mohandas Pai, go for it.
Navika, in 1947, the people who wanted an Islamic state got their state. The rest of the people who stayed back said they want to create a new country under a constitution. All the people on this channel had to make up their mind whether they respect the country that got a constitution in 1950, or they're part of the group of people who wanted a separate nation of their own. And if they believe they want something which was separate, they can jolly well take a walk. They're all free citizens, free country. So let us not quibble about Hindu state, this state and all that. We are governed by the Constitution of India. It defines what we are. And it says very clearly that everybody has equality in this.
Mr. Pai, that's what I mentioned.
And Navika, 5 seconds. Mohan,
if these people have nostalgia for a country that broke away, they're welcome to go anywhere, because if they hate this country, why stay here? Let anybody go where they want. We are free people. Now I want to make this very clear.
Navika, I'm very sorry to interrupt you.
Navika, I want to make this very clear. We owe our loyalty to this country. We owe our loyalty
Absolutely, we owe our loyalty to this country. But can I have... Anand Ranganathan is showing a fact to Atikur Rahman. Atikur Rahman, please watch what Anand Ranganathan is showing. Yes, what is it, Anand?
And the reason why I'm showing him the Wire and not Times Now or Op India or something, because I don't want him to now say that even Wire is wrong. Here, look, no, the president was not stopped from entering the Pushkar temple. This is from the Wire. Now you would say, Mr. Rahman, even Wire is peddling fake news. Please apologize to the nation, because you have slandered the president, ex-president of India. Please do so. I respect you as a scholar, and you will only increase in your stature if you apologize for peddling fake news on television. Kindly do so.
So there was my research team has come back with a fact check. Yes, the Times of India got it wrong. Other media outlets have reported the right report. So Atikur Rahman, you know, sometimes.
I admire you, Navika. I admire you. Thank you so much.
That's the research teams, and facts are facts. Cannot be whitewashed. But I want to ask, when Mohandas Pai says that when we live in this country, we live for the country by the Constitution. So tonight I want to ask Mr. Majid Haidri. Majid Haidri, Vande Matram. Vande Matram.
Navika, हमको मालूम है PFI
Vande Mataram.
कि कुछ रखने को. I totally agree with Mohandas Pai Sahab on the constitutional values and the national
तो
interest.
Vande Mataram बोल दीजिए.
See, Navika Sahiba, that goes against my religious beliefs. I can't do it
But
because
you're
my
an Indian,
constitution
no?
gives me the right.
Aren't you an Indian?
No, I am an Indian. My constitution gives me the right
It's the national
My
song,
constitution
sir.
gives me the right to freedom of religion.
And because Mr. Majid Haidri, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Haidri, I would normally not do so, because Muslims take umbrage to the whole song, specifically a para that talks about Hindu goddesses have been removed. So you should have no problem in singing Vande Mataram.
I'm not even asking you to sing the whole song. I'm just saying Vande Mataram. Say Vande Mataram.
No.
Vande Mataram.
See, madam, the very verse goes against my religious beliefs. So I won't do it unless I consult my ulemas and they come up with a fatwa.
I won't make it tough for you. I'll just ask you, was Burhan Wani a terrorist?
See, madam, it's like asking me, was Nathuram Godse and Veer Savarkar, what was there? Why are you asking me about Burhan Wani? Are we discussing Burhan Wani?
No, because we just came, I'm just taking off from where Mr. Mohandas Pai, said that we should love our country and live by the constitution. So I just
I love my country, I love my constitution.
Burhan Wani,
I love my
Yasin Malik, who are these people? Are they terrorists?
Anybody convicted by court is a terrorist, be it Yasin Malik or anybody else. It is supposed to be a terrorist. I believe that they are terrorists.
Okay.
Very simple. But my point is very simple here. No, kindly listen to my point. I am saying let's assume that in the interest of nation and in the interest of secular constitution, PFI has been banned in the absence of recovery of any arms, ammunition, any RDX, any AK-47 or any terror activity. Let's assume it has been done correctly. But why can't we apply the same for the right-wing saffron forces? Why can't RSS be banned for that? Why can't we have Sanjith Bharat in the interest of the nation? Because we are a secular country.
So Sushil Pandit, without a binary, they have no argument.
Yeah.
I must point your viewers and the panelists' attention to a lore we have about Putna. You know, Putna dressed up as a motherly woman who wanted to breastfeed Krishna when he was just a toddler. The idea was to poison him and kill him. But she was dressed as a loving, affectionate mother. PFI dressed itself as a patriotic organization carrying tricolors in their marches. They also passed copious resolutions about the country, about the secular constitution, and so on and so forth. And they were pretending to be in a similar guise as what RSS looks superficially to people from a distance. And these people who are now seeking make an equivalence between Sangh and PFI today want the similar treatment for RSS as Krishna gave to Putna. You know, this kind of hypocrisy is galling. Sangh, everyone knows, and Sangh-related organizations know. I am no office bearer or spokesperson for Sangh, but I have known Sangh very closely and I have watched Sangh. Sangh stands for certain patriotic values. Sangh stands for certain moral character building among men who can stand up in the times of crisis, whether natural calamities or otherwise. PFI simply created an appearance of Sangh-like organization in order to escape, in order to create an equivalence, in order to create some kind of an appearance for itself, so that tomorrow when there were issues like what have happened today, when there are legal proceedings, they could draw that moral equivalence and say, why not for RSS as well? And this is a tired game. We've heard this so many times. People have to get real. PFI has been funded from abroad. Sangh is never funded from abroad. PFI has its antecedents and roots going into our enemies. PFI has been conducting murders. PFI has been conducting riots. PFI's accounts and people are of questionable descent.
PFI was responsible for murder of
huge
Ankita Bhandari. Yes.
There is a
RSS
direct
has
link.
been
My
banned
friend, there is a direct link and there is cash on delivery on the protests and the violence that happened in 2019 and 2020. There is a direct link. Money deposited in PFI accounts, withdrawals and the increase in the violence is a direct link that agencies have found. So Saida, I want to ask you, Saida Falak ji, I want to ask you, why is Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi now trying to protect the PFI also? Why is he drawing a parallel to the RSS? Have you got any evidence to claim that RSS has also funded violence in various states, in various protests, just like the agencies have said about the PFI? Do you have that evidence?
We are not protecting PFI. We don't support PFI's approach. If there are proper and enough evidences against them, then they should be punished, but not on the basis of ground. Because earlier also several Muslim youth were arrested. They have spent years in jail, but later they were proved innocent. And why you think RSS shouldn't be dragged in this?
Why today Owaisi Saab said it's wrong to ban them. He said he does not support a ban. He said this today. Ma'am, you may fact check me on this. Owaisi Saab said it today. Please.
Yeah, he said that the ban cannot be supported because crime of some individuals cannot be because of crime of some individuals doesn't mean that the whole organization should be banned.
Since 2014, PFI and OAC have been polarizing this country. Do you see what's happening here? On one end they say something, on the other end the other extremists say something. Why is OAC defending this? You all come on TV and say it should be banned. Why is OAC saying he doesn't support it?
We are no way affiliated with the PFI or some other
so why did
organizations.
Owaisi Saab say it should not be banned? I'm asking you very humbly. Ma'am, please. And she's also accepted the spokesperson that Owaisi Saab said it shouldn't be banned. Why? It's a terror organization.
He has mentioned it clearly. He has mentioned it clearly that he doesn't support any activity, any arrest under UAPA. He doesn't support UAPA, and crime of some individuals doesn't mean that the whole organization should be banned. He has made the clear point.
So he says that it shouldn't be banned, but you are saying that it should be banned. So what's the stand? I'm just confused. Because this polarization cannot work in our country.
Yeah,
we have to fight on jobs, economy. This polarization
she is saying that you ban the PFI, but why not the RSS? So Anand Ranganathan, why is their argument only centering around the RSS? Why is it the Congress party? Why is it that Asaduddin Owaisi? Why is it that all the panelists sitting here who are ambiguous on the PFI but are absolutely clear that the RSS should be banned? Are they trying to distract attention away from the PFI?
No, Navika, two points. Number one, of course they are. This thing, the binary that you talked about, is an established point of action for all those who carry this agenda. So, if they see something egregious in Islam, they immediately bring out an equivalence in Hinduism by calling it a branch, Hindutva. If they see something in a holy scripture, Islamic holy scripture problematic, they immediately bring out Manusmriti. So this is a tried and tested means. But here, I'm afraid this is turning out to be quite a night for me exposing all these charlatans. But here the AIMM spokesperson said that PFI, she doesn't support the ban, but if anything illegal has been done, any threat has been made, then the organization should be banned. Well, here in front of you is AIMIM that threatened.
It must be punished.
Yes, so AIMIM threatened to behead Taslima Nasreen. 3 of its corporators were arrested. Do you condemn that, first of all, madam? Do you condemn?
And why do you think RSS shouldn't be dragged in this? Why do you think RSS
now, here comes RSS.
He's asking you the question. Your party called in for the beheading of Taslima Nasreen. Will you condemn that? Isn't that a terror activity?
Madam, why do you think BJP shouldn't be dragged in this? First tell me that.
Madam, can you answer the question on Taslima Nasreen and why you want her beheaded?
That is not the topic here.
Oh,
that is not.
We are talking about PFI and RSS.
Course ke bahar aa gaya.
You first tell me why
Course ke bahar aa
RSS shouldn't be
gaya.
banned.
That is
why
not the topic.
RSS shouldn't be dragged here.
Okay, and
First
that's
tell
why
that.
Majid Hydari also
Are you
did not
supporting
answer the
RSS?
question
Is
on
RSS
Burhan
not
Wani
involved in
because
several blasts
that is
across
not the
country?
topic here.
Is RSS not involved in several
The question,
blasts across
ladies
the
and
country?
gentlemen, the question, ladies and gentlemen, is what should have happened earlier, and many had criticized the government on why it was taking so much time, has been done today. The ban on the PFI. The question is, will the evidence stand the court's scrutiny? Because it was all that the government was really bothered about. When they raided 90 locations in 15 states, when they raided these states to get the kind of evidence that proves they have evidence of the money laundering, but they needed the evidence of what was the spreading of hate and terror activities and the division of India, because these were the forces that were trying to divide India. And if I can just talk to you about their intention, then the intent seemed to be very clear, because they carried posters that have been recovered from their own locations. And it is this poster that sums it all up. This poster where they say, "Ek din Babri ka uday hoga. 6 December 1992, kahin hum bhool na jaएं." This was the driving emotion, the driving call behind the protests that they carried out. And this was done by the Popular Front of India during the anti-CAA riots that happened. These posters tell you a story of incitement. They tell you a story of spreading hate. Well, all eyes on the courts now. Will this ban stay for longer than 5 years is the only question. Thank you very much to all my panelists for joining me on the Newshour tonight.